It's all right.
How am I doing?
You know what?
Okay.
Let's just work on the turn.
You know, those fire trucks are getting real close.
This is where Mike
Okay,
and
that's
Roy
the
and I are
hotel.
staying.
I have the hotel, check.
Yeah, we'll check it off our list. And Boba Fett hotel.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And Bree decided to. And he's watching. He's watching your commentary. And like you see, like in one shot, you see like Joey and Luke's like legs or something. And you say he's watching. You go, oh yeah, that was there was like these guys in there, man. I hated those guys. Couldn't wait for him to get out of there.
I was looking at the commentary, and Luke watched it.
And Luke's watching it going, he's talking about me. It's my feet.
Nothing personal. Just, you know, we're trying to work. Yeah.
Were you doing a split, Americans, Europeans?
It's kind of natural, so let's have you take a step forward. Right there, come in just a little bit tighter. Yeah.
What was the Meet the Beatles thing? Can I put my hand on my chin?
Yeah, I like it.
But then
Right, one leaning. Right.
I like the angles. Can you angle that out that way? Yep. Good.
I'm going to do the Lennon looking, or the McCartney looking up.
Are we all looking up?
I don't know. Oh no, but that's my bad side because I'm a nose spot. Yeah, you can really have this spot. Henry! Are we getting too many props in here now?
Well, we gotta separate the bike and the.
We got to choose either the bike or the horse.
Can't be both.
One or the other.
Well, you want to take a couple
We'll do
without,
both.
and then
I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's cooler than the horse.
Yeah.
These crazy guys. They had this nutty idea to do like a family portrait, like you would at a family portrait studio or something. So Mike decided that he would be the mom, and I would be the dad. And I think Pete is the good son, and Royna's like the wacky, troubled son. Here you have the Transatlantic family portrait.
This photo.
Hey, your back. Oh, straight. Yep. And then get real close from there. Okay. Yep. And smile. Right there. Yep. Oh, that'd be cool. We've done it fast.
Yeah, we've all done it.
So Mike actually finished his parts on Sunday night. We weren't sure if we were done, but he was pretty tired. Chad made ribs on Sunday night. They were so good, we all ate so much. And by the time he went back into play, he was lagging a little bit, but I thought he nailed the dance, and he wasn't sure. But he took the tapes home and listened to them. And he came back in the next day, and he said, well, you know, after listening down, I've come to a conclusion, which is, I rock. I told Pete he was going to say that, because he said that to me before. Anyway, so he was done, and he took Monday off, and we did the photo shoot, and Pete, I think, did some overdubs that night.
going for the that last bit because the slide was actually on the wrong note.
And then Tuesday and Wednesday we spent doing bonus tracks. So here's some clips of us messing about with some cover tunes.
Transatlantic Percussion Jam. Woo!
In a way, it feels like it was just, last year we did the last album.
It's been very hard work, and well, when I say hard work, it's been intense, but immensely enjoyable.
I like working fast too, but it was good. I mean, there are some breathtaking moments on this record. I mean, there's some really just amazing moments, and the thing that's so cool is that a lot of them are things that just kind of happened that I didn't even know till later on when I wrote words and sang to it. I didn't know how amazing it was.
But it seems once we get together in a room and start making music, it's like really focused and you could say there is no. I mean, there's lots of ideas coming up. So as far as the writing and the arranging and composing while we get together, I think it's it's a gold mine.
I think getting back together after all this time, we realize how special this project is, and I surely see doing some touring off of this release, and I even see future records. I just don't want it to become something that's always expected, and I even said that after the second album and tour. I remember even before Neil decided to go in a different direction, I remember saying to the guys that I wanted to take a break from Transatlantic because I wanted to keep it special and not something that was, a regular release and tour, because then that would take away from its, its specialness.
And I always, in the back of my mind, I thought, well, time is a great, a great thing. I knew Neil wanted to go off and do his own thing, and I think we all respected that. And I just figured that at some point in the future, Neil would probably feel it was a good time for us to enjoy each other's company again.
It was about a year and a half ago that a friend of mine just said out of the blue at dinner, you should write a piece called The Whirlwind and have Transatlantic record it. I was like, what? And then it was in November that I first contacted Mike, and then we contacted the other guys, and it was looking like we weren't going to be able to record it all.
it was looking like between Pete and Mike's schedule that there was no time. I think Mike had March open, but Pete didn't, and Pete had April open, but Mike didn't. And so it was looking like we weren't going to be able to do it. And I was just trusting God. I was just like, well, you know, if you want this to happen, Lord, you know, you'll make it happen.
I had the vision that we would, when we did the European tour in 2001, I was thinking that maybe next year we do another album. But that was not the case, and since then I've been thinking and I've been hoping that we do another album, because I said I can feel there's at least a third album lurking. So, but I think probably sometime during last year I felt that no, it's probably not going to happen. That's how I felt. So I was surprised when I got the email from Neil.
I mean, the first two Transatlantic albums were really pushing the envelope. You know, Bridge had, 2 half-hour songs, and so I think we've taken that extreme to a whole new level, essentially creating a 75-minute song, one giant piece. So it's taken the Transatlantic progressive concept and pushed it to a whole new level, which I think the fans, kind of expect from us. But at the same time, it's not like, it's going to be broken up into individual tracks, so it could be digested in smaller chunks as well. And then, now we're also being able to incorporate a few other individual smaller pieces as bonus tracks that we're working on as well. But I think we will meet and surpass any expectations that have been kind of anticipated with this reunion.
Amplify it some way. Use a soundboard.
On a poor young country boy, Mother Nature's son. All day long I'm singing songs for everyone. Beside a mountain stream, see the waters rise. Listen to the pretty sound of music as she flies.
We'll do the whole album.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But we have to
The
go to the
catalogue,
airport.
starting with
Unfortunately, we have to go to the
if
airport.
Steve, whatever it is.
We need to play. This is the.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
this
no,
is
it is
indeed.
the
Oh,
end.
wait. We have to play the end. At least Her Majesty.
Yeah.
We
Her
gotta-
Majesty's a prisoner. You know that, right?
Her Majesty's, let's do that. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she doesn't have a lot to say. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she changes from day to day. I won't tell her that I love her a lot, but I gotta have a belly full of wine. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, they won't think of mine. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a thing of mine.
Thank you very much. We'll be back again next year.
Same drop.
Same drop.
Fellas, it's been awesome.
Mike,
We shall do
It
it,
has
again
been.
soon.
it's been a pleasure.
The
Yeah,
pleasure
I'd
has
love
been
to
mine.
say,
yeah.
We did it. I
You
think
know-
we pulled it off.
Wow.
no, yeah,
We
right.
surely did.
Yeah,
You
it
did.
was an awesome
I
time.
can sleep now, right?
Yes,
Incredible time.
for sure.
Yeah.
It's been a great time.
Yeah, it really has been. All right.
I've got to get that bass thing.
Adios, amigos.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see you on the
Adios,
road.
amigos.
2010? Maybe?
Why don't
Yeah,
we
maybe.
do it on
Yeah.
the road?
We'll see
Fingers
you.
crossed.
It's been fun. It really has been.
Has.
So there's a lot more to making the record than just the initial tracking and writing. Then begins the whole overdubbing section. Then really begins my most intense working part, and probably Royna's too. So I started to do my stuff here in Nashville. Royna did all his stuff in Sweden. Pete did some things in England, and I got together with Mike in Munich and also in a place called Gelsenkirchen in Germany for him to do his vocals, which was really crazy and funny. We got some footage of that. We don't have Royna didn't have time to film anything, which is unfortunate, so we don't have that, but I have some stuff, and so now this tells the rest of the story. Hello, I'm working away at doing the keyboard overdubs on the Transatlantic thing. Show you what I'm doing here. So I've got Trons running out of this, and the Tron sample is in the computer, which is really amazing. There's so many good sounds in that I got. I was able to take my old samples it's the same sample I've been using that I got from Royna in the 90s, I think, or something like that. But I just think it's the quintessential Tron sample. Really good. I broke out my old Rhodes here. I'm redoing the very intro. It started off with on the scratch. What we had planned was it was going to go down. I think we need to have the main theme in the beginning. It just makes more sense. This is a cool part. these. I don't know how many days I've been doing this, but it's been a while. I've got the Mini Moog and the Mini Moog that's in the computer. So I've got 3 synths going into the Echoplex. Fat. Let's see how this sounds. It's May 15th, 2009. I always put the date on everything because my dad always did. Yeah. I'm going to start on vocals today. Starting on vocals. And I just want to make sure I'm singing into the right side of it. Hope so. You know, yeah, okay. On my first solo record, I sang into the wrong side of the mic on many of the songs. I didn't realize it till later. And then Rich said to me, you know, yeah, I had trouble getting the real presence out of it. I kept getting closer and closer to it, but I never did. Anyway, yeah, let's start again. And we were caught in the whirlwind, torn by the
Yeah, in the master's house, there's an easy chair, and some would like to think it's easy there. But if you look for long, so many have gone astray. But the wind blew them all away. Wow.